Like that. That's our food. And then.
Is it recording? Okay, guys, look. This is what we're fixing to eat. We're eating chicken and rice broccoli casserole. We're gonna have a little mukbang today. Today we're gonna call it Weird Wednesdays. We're gonna tell you something weird that's happened to us in our life, and maybe y'all can comment down below on something that's happened in your life. Okay. All right. Let's move this out of the way. Okay. Sorry about that.
Coming at 6 in the morning.
Okay.
Our.
Show you need to put moving the table.
What? Our cameraman's not here.
So we're trying to rig this up as best as we can.
That's not gonna stay.
Pause it. Yeah.
We finally got it.
Well, we're eating chicken, rice, and broccoli. Michelle, do you have something weird that's happened to you?
Like I'll be sleeping at night, and then the next morning I'll be in a different place.
What do you mean a different place?
Like I'll be sleeping on the couch.
Don't get too excited.
I would be sleeping on the couch, and then the next morning I would be sleeping on the floor.
Oh, that's because you moved yourself. No, I'm talking about weird stuff. I can tell you one weird thing. Well, there's a few weird things, but we're gonna call this Weird Wednesdays. So we'll tell you a weird thing that happened. You know, a few years ago. I want to say, were you born yet? Yeah. I think she was like a year old, maybe 2 years. So it's been like 7, 8 years ago. Me and a friend of mine, we used to work together overnights, and we decided we were gonna start walking in the morning. We lived in Sangler, and we're gonna walk at this right off of the freeway. There was an old football field that the middle school would use. But anyways, we'd get off work at 6, and we would meet over there about 6:30 or so. Well, I had gotten stuck over work, and I couldn't make it right at 6, so I couldn't leave work right at 6, but she left. And around 6:15, 6:20, when I left work, I called her and told her, hey, I'm on my way over there to go meet you. And she was like, she was at her house, but she was going to ride her bike down to the park. And I said, okay, no problem. Well, I got to the park, and I started walking, and I was the only one there. And at this point, it was still a little bit dark, you know, and I'm making a lap. And there's only 2 ways that you can go into the football field. You can either come in this way or come in this way. And the other 2 the entrances were locked up and stuff. So I parked the car, and I went around the side, and I came through the side, and I started walking. And I figured, you know, she'll be here in a minute or whatever. So I was walking, right? And as I'm walking, I did a lap. And as I'm doing the second lap, when I'm coming around the curve like this, to the side, I see someone walking behind me. Well, not right behind me, but like where the straight part of the thing is, of the football field is. And so I turned around, and I seen, well, I thought it was my friend, and she had a little, like a scarf over her head. She was an older woman. My friend was an older woman. And she had a little scarf over her head. And I thought, oh, I'm not going to let her catch up to me. So I started walking faster. Well, as I'm going around the corner, I look back and I giggled and I thought she's making, she's catching up. So I thought, well, I'm gonna walk a little faster.
Like speed walk.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk a little faster because I didn't want her to catch up to me. Well, as I'm walking and I'm going this way, I hear someone call my name from the road that was headed towards the park, and I turned around that way and I see that it's my friend riding her bike towards me, and I thought, oh. So I turned around to see who it was that was walking behind me, and there was nobody there. I mean, nobody. Whoever or whatever had been walking behind me was totally gone. Well, my friend got there and I told her I'm leaving, and she was like, what's going on? What's going on? And I go, well, I was just speed racing and I thought it was you that was trying to catch up to me, and I thought I'm not going to let you catch up to me. So I was speed racing, and then all of a sudden you call my name. So I look towards to the road, and you're barely getting to the park. And I don't know, whatever or whoever was behind me just like totally disappeared. And she was like, no, that it was just my imagination. I was like, no, it's not my imagination. I go, I saw it plain as day. It was an older woman, and she had a little scarf tied around her head. You know how they don't want the wind to blow their hair. Oh, she had that scarf tied around her hair and stuff. And I told her, I'm gonna go, and she was like, no, we're here. So I think we walked a couple of laps, but that was the last day I went. I told her I'm not going back anymore. I go, at least not by myself. So every time we would go, if she wasn't there, we didn't get out of work on time, I refused to go. And if we did get out of work on time, then I'd go with her. I never saw nothing else ever again in that park, but it was the most scariest thing. But I don't know. It's something that's unexplained. It's something that happened, and I mean, it's been almost 10 years, and I still remember it like it was just yesterday. And boy, you ate that fast.
I know. And she said she doesn't believe in spirits.
I don't.
Or stuff like that.
I don't, because I think, I mean, and it's not that I don't believe in spirits, but I think, I don't know. I mean, I've seen some stuff and I've heard some stuff, but I don't know if I want to. I think to protect my own self, I say I don't want to believe in spirits, because it's a little bit spooky if you start to think about stuff that can happen and people that you see or things that you see, and I just don't want to deal with it.
There was a weird time. Okay, remember when Melanie got hit by the car?
Mm-hmm.
So I had a friend that got hit by a car, and that day we were having like a picnic, and then blah blah blah, all that. She was in the hospital, and then I went outside one night because you already went to work, I think.
You went outside at 10 o'clock at night?
No. No, it had to be after, like 2 minutes after. You know how you left around 9:30 or 9?
Mm-hmm.
40. I'm like, Chris, can I go get outside because I want fresh air? He's like, yeah, sure, but leave the door open. So I went outside, but when I looked over to Melanie's house, like, I've seen this too. I told my friend, I told Zoe, I've seen it too in the same exact spot. Like a girl standing in the corner of the house.
Of Melanie's house?
And then standing in the corner, like, you know how they're like this? It was a little girl. She was like standing right there. And then, like, she was in a full black dress, same exact thing that I told Zoe, full black dress, hair down with the teddy bear. And then I went inside. I didn't say anything. I just went to the bed.
Mm-hmm. We wound up taking a vacation one time to San Antonio, and we did the the ghost tour. That was pretty interesting. My middle son Michael was like, I guess he was like 10, maybe 10 years old. And they were saying something about you could see, I don't remember which hotel it was, but one of the hotels that said you could see people who had seen a lady standing by the window. Well, as we're walking away, my son says something about that he saw somebody in the window. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, Mom. He goes, he saw somebody standing in the window. And I said, are you just saying that because they just told you that? And he was like, no, Mom, I swear, I saw it. My older son was calling him a liar, said it wasn't true. But, you know, you never really be sure. Because, like, if I've said this story before, some people believe me and some people don't. But in my heart of heart, I know that what I seen was a little woman walking behind me, which I thought was my friend. And it ended up not being my friend. So I don't doubt people when they say they've seen stuff, you know. Because they probably have seen stuff. Was I tired? Yeah, I worked all night. So I might have been tired. I don't get a full 8 hours of sleep, or I didn't I still don't. You know, I don't come home and just go to sleep for 8 hours and then, you know, whatever. I gotta come home and cook and take care of my kids. And even to this day, I still, you know, I'll work overnight and I'll come home and I gotta do the same thing. Cook and clean and feed my kids and spend some time with them before I take a couple of hours of sleep and then go right back to work. So, was it a trick of my imagination? Maybe. I don't know. I don't think so. I think that I really saw something or someone. But, who knows? Who really, truly knows? I don't know.
This is supposed to be weird. It's turning into scary.
Well, it's weird to us because I don't think it was scary. At the time it was scary. Now I don't think it's scary. You know. It's just stuff that's happened and stuff. So, it's part of life. This is really good. If I do say so myself. You see chicken and all that.
I got broccoli.
Rice, and it's got broccoli. No, I'm drinking water.
Me too.
And this is our dinner. We try to eat a little bit earlier every day, but today got to be a little late. But what can you do?
What you gotta do when they come for you?
Pedro's over there begging for food. Here in a second, I'm gonna show you what we discovered. Was it a few months ago?
Yeah.
I was messing around with Michelle and she did something, and you just, do that to play around with them or whatever, like I called her quit being silly or something like that. And Pedro got up and like stared at me, and I thought, what's he doing? And I go, is he trying to bite me? And she was like, and I go, so I hit her a little bit harder, and he got in between us like he didn't want us. He wasn't being aggressive with me, but he just didn't want me to hit her. And I thought, oh, he's protecting her. I'm going to show you. He does this every time now. So every time I feel like and it's funny now because I show everyone that comes by, so I'll spank her or I'll hit on her so that I can show them that he's protecting her.
Excuse me.
Let's go do that right now. Come on. How's everybody doing today? I hope everyone's having a good day. I had a really, really good day. Pedro. Oh, wait. I'm going to put this over here. I can't see Michelle.
You know what we should do? We should get the stove.
Michelle is recording, so come on.
We should get the stove.
No, come on, this is recording.
Come on, Baba. Come on.
Oh, he don't want me to hit his mama. Okay, I won't hit her. He does that every single time. He'll get in between us. And it don't matter who's he's hitting. Now, if she hits me, he won't do it. We tried it. Let's see. You hit me. I gotta do it now. Pedro, come on. Do it again. Oh, he sort of did that time. Before he wouldn't care if she hit me or not. Here, you go get the camera.
I gotta get up, Baba. I gotta get up. Oh, okay.
All right, guys. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed our Weird Wednesday stories and our little mukbang.
Oh.
We're not one of those mukbangers that can eat the whole pot of food. That's not us. We'll eat a plate of food and that's about it. I'm not trying to get sick here or nothing.
Y'all can't see me.
But like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see y'all in a couple of days. Y'all have a good night. Bye.